What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. Back out here on the water today, and I'm somewhere where a lot of you all have asked me to fish again, and I haven't been here in quite a while, and that is Lake Chesdin. I know a lot of times I don't really say where I'm at, but this is a specific lake that a lot of people ask me to come and fish, to break it down, frog fish it, you know, whatever. So back out here today, I'm very excited. I believe we're gonna crush them today. The water looks good, it has a good stain to it. You know, water temps are 68 degrees, so that is absolutely perfect. It did get down pretty low last night. Temperature-wise, it got down like in the upper 40s, so it's been pretty chilly this morning, but it's warming on up now. It's like in the mid-60s, and it is actually supposed to get up to 81 today. So I think we're gonna catch them. I really think we are, and I think we're gonna catch them on the frog. You know, right here at the boat ramp, we got this pocket right here behind me. I actually hear some bullfrogs croaking back there in the back, so guess what that means? I'm gonna pick the frog rod up. I'm gonna start right here in this pocket. I have caught some nice ones out of here before, so we're gonna start here, then we're gonna run down the lake. Let's see, I don't know, 14 pounds. We're gonna put 14 pounds as our goal today. Let's see if we can get it. All right. So as I said, we're gonna start right here in this creek. It is bullfrogs in here just croaking like crazy. I mean, they are just getting it done. So we're gonna start off with the old frog, and we're gonna see if we got a big old frog eater in here that wants to bite. See if we can get a big one out of here, or just a fish in general, a good starter fish, and then we'll work our way down the lake. I got some areas that I want to get to. It's not a ton of people here. Definitely some people, but not a ton. So we have plenty of areas to fish. It's some big ones in here. Oh, look at that. Second cast of the day. Second cast of the day. Oh my goodness. What are we in for? What are we in for, y'all? I mean, second cast. Wow. If that ain't cool. I mean, I hope we definitely, we're gonna put, well, we don't have, it's a little bit too deep to put our pole down, but we're gonna weigh him. Hopefully this fish definitely is not in our best 5, but we'll weigh it real quick just to do it. That is cool. That is so cool. So, first fish is gonna weigh 1.87. Fish actually weighs a tiny bit more than what I thought. Second cast of the day. I will take it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, well, dag, that started a little quicker than expected. And you don't hear me complaining, I can tell you that. Oh, hoo, hoo. Nice. That fish come up and smoked it. And y'all notice when I throw the frog, I really walk that thing. Really like to walk it. I don't fish it slow. You know, some people will fish a frog slow. Really just like move it, twitch it, let it sit. I do not do that at all. I've thrown a frog a lot, and I like to kind of keep that thing moving. I'll mix it up and let it stop here and there. You know, if I miss one, I might throw it back up there and let it kind of sit and saturate a little bit, but just normal working it, I'm moving that thing pretty steady. We're gonna make a few more casts here, and then we're gonna get right and run on down the lake. I was hoping that we could pick up another one, you know, being we caught one so doggone quick in that pocket right there at the ramp, but haven't gotten another bite. I've seen a couple beds, but they're empty. So nothing on the ones I've seen. There's probably some beds in here that have some fish on them, but we're gonna get this cast in and we're gonna go ahead and roll. Hey, I'll take it. Fish on the first, well, not first cast, second cast. I will take that all day long. So let's go find another spot. We got a bunch of grass on our trolling motor. Get that off, but I think we're gonna catch some big ones today. We just gotta kind of figure out the bite. You know, I don't know if we're gonna catch them flipping or if we're gonna catch them frogging. I mean, it kind of looks like we're probably gonna catch them frogging, but who knows? Here at the next spot, and we made a pretty good little run down the lake, or back up the lake I should say. So the water up here is definitely a lot more stained, like a lot more stained. So I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, so we're going to find out. Hopefully we get us a big one. I think it was last year or year before I caught a big one out of here. Can't remember. I think it was 2 years ago. But we're gonna work our way in, throw in the frog, and we're gonna throw up here in the edge of this grass and see if we can get a big one to come up. I know there's some in here, and it might clear up the further back we get in this pocket. I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna ease into it and just see if we can dial something in and get old Big Head in the boat. It is right many people on the lake. Like running down the lake, I saw a lot more people than what I saw at the ramp, which there are multiple ramps on this lake, so. But pretty much every point, every grass flat, it has somebody on it, so. Pretty crowded for a weekday. But we're gonna go along and we're gonna see if we can get some. I don't see anybody in here right now. As a matter of fact, I do. I just looked into the creek and I do see somebody. All right, so I'm easing up to a point right here, and it's a good main lake point, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip the grass all the way around it, and maybe we can get bit. Kind of trying to figure out what the bite is, you know, if they're on main lake points, you know, flipping, if I need to flip them and catch them. The frog bite doesn't really seem to be just spectacular right now, so we're gonna pick up the flipping stick, the old rage bugs, and see if we can catch one. I got swamp water blue on right now, so I'm just gonna stick with that. I've caught them in here on that color before, so we're gonna see if we can get something to bite. I don't know. Like I said, the lake is, for a Thursday, is crazy crowded. I mean, it's like way more crowded than what I would expect it to be. I've seen some people flipping, I've seen some people frogging, I've seen them throwing the buzzbaits, so seen several different people using different techniques. Not sure which is the right one right now, or if it's just gonna be a tough day. It shouldn't be. It did get really cold last night, so I don't know if that is affecting them in any way, but see if we can get one on the rage bug. I mean, I gotta imagine that if I just keep going along and pitching to the edge of this grass, you know, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna pick up a fish or two. I'm pretty sure of it, but you know, who knows? A lot of this stuff's been beat to death. I mean, I'm looking at multiple boats right now all around me. So the fish have probably been been beat on pretty good, but like I said, there's plenty of fish in here, plenty of big uns. So hopefully we can just get a big old bass to bite. That's definitely the goal. Or is really the goal is to catch 5 big bass, but you know, like I said, there's a bite. There's a good one. Yep, there's a bite on the rage bug. All right, there we go. There we go. I was just talking about I think if we stuck with it, we could probably get bit, and that fish thumped it. I mean, I'm talking about thumped it big time. Awesome. All right, so we're coming up right here on this point, so it might be like a main lake point thing. So let's see, we're gonna see what this little guy weighs. We're gonna add him to the tally. Let's see what this fish goes. 176. All right, 176. There we go. Got him on that rage bug. The old rage bug. So I just talked to a few guys as I was coming out of that pocket right there. They were fishing in, and I just started on that point and I was fishing out, but they were throwing weightless swim baits. And they said that they had actually done fairly decent this morning. Had a 4.5 pounder and caught some other decent fish. So a weightless swim bait, bringing it through the grass. We have to keep that in mind if we can't get this flipping bite going. I think we can, being that I caught a fish kind of quick doing it. But we're gonna fish down this stretch right here, see if we do anything, and then we're gonna work our way back further down the lake. Normally, if they're on this bite, you kind of figure it out kind of quick. They let you know something kind of quick. But, you know, also definitely, just like anywhere else, it can be an area thing. Get in the right area, you can probably catch them on anything. There he is. Oh. Missed that one. Missed that one. That was definitely a bite. Tell you what, we're gonna go with blue crawl. We're gonna switch it up, put that on there, see if we get bit any better. I mean, the swamp water blue, we caught one and got bit on it, but I don't know, in here normally I catch them on this blue crawl, so we're gonna give that a go. Much more natural brim color. I mean, y'all can see just how natural that is. I mean, it's got that blue, that green pumpkin. Definitely a very natural color. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. He ain't giant, but that's a doggone nice one. I was just saying, I felt like I needed to get shallower. Get in here. That's a nice one. On the rage bug. Flipping up. Hey, I mean, so that fish was up there in the edge of that grass, a little bit deeper grass. Nice. If I can get the hook out of him. Here we go. That's a better one right there. Better fish on the rage bug. Let's weigh this sucker. Yeah, 275. All right. There we go, 275. Pretty one. Had just switched over to that blue craw rage bug right there in the edge of that grass. I mean, it might just be one of those days where you just grind. You got to grind the bites out. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, I mean, right now we're just on a straight stretch, like nothing special. We're not on a point. It's kind of just featureless with grass. I mean, basically that's it. Got a little bit of snot right there, but just featureless with grass, and we're just going along and pitching up to it. That fish, when I brought it out the front of the grass, when it dropped, when I come back up, that fish was swimming off to the side with it. When I stuck it, that thing didn't move. I was like, whew, that is a big one, but definitely not a bad one. I think it was in the grass a little bit when I set the hook. I think that's what made it feel so heavy. All right, let's fire up and let's go back to a deeper main lake shoreline. I tried the shallower stuff, just did not get bit. We got some pretty good deep stuff up here on the left hand side, so we're gonna go check that. I don't know, just the shallow stuff just not getting bit in it right now. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't really understand it, but the one deep shoreline that I fished, I mean, I caught 3 off of it. So we're really just gonna jump right over here to the other side of the lake. And we got a steeper shoreline that comes down, so we're gonna go check that out. Yeah, much steeper shoreline. So we're gonna actually kick back to this point right here and fish down it. We're gonna fish down this side. It's got good depth to it. I mean, we're sitting at 15 foot right now. See if we can get bit. The wind's kind of blowing on this shoreline as well. Might help it out. The shallow stuff just has not paid off so far today. For whatever reason, I don't really know. Which, I mean, I'm flipping up shallow, but it's closer to deeper water, basically, is what we're doing. Closer deep water access. We're gonna pick the frog back up. We're gonna pick the frog up. I don't know what happened to that flipping bite. Like I said, I don't know if I just switched up to the wrong color or put that chartreuse on there and that messed it up, or if that bite was just fading right as I picked it up. I don't know. But definitely is not on fire. Well, like I said, or am I just in a completely bad area? Maybe we can get one to come up on this frog and tell us a little something. We've done went a little while now without a bite. All right, so I got one word pretty much for the past couple of hours, and that is tough. I don't really know what has happened, but we are struggling. You know, I got that one frog bite, you know, not long after I picked it up, and nothing else. Not another bite, not a flipping bite, not a buzzbait bite. I've thrown the spinnerbait some, swim jig. I don't really know what's going on. You know, the wind has picked up. I don't know if like a little front's pushing in maybe they're gonna bite here shortly, but we've had a pretty decent amount of time where the fishing has been pretty brutal. So we're gonna run down the lake, further down towards the dam. We're gonna keep working down. I got a couple good grass patches down there. I'm probably gonna flip, might throw the frog as well, but so far, been a little tough. You know, we got 3 fish. Well, we caught 4, but we got 3 fish that we put on the scale. We got to catch some big ones to be able to get that 14 pounds. So let's see if we can do it. All right. So ran up the lake, not crazy far, but on up pretty far. And we're going to pull up on this grass right here, and we're going to do a little bit of flipping. And I'm going to switch over to the swamp water blue rage bug. I got the blue crawl on there with the chartreuse flappy feet. So we're going to put blue crawl on there. But as I said, you know, we kind of got to figure something out because the bite is a little bit slack. I'm hoping it changes up for us, but right now it's not fantastic. That is for sure. It is not fantastic, but things can change very quickly in fishing. One hook set and boom, you can have a giant on and it can change everything. So that's what we're hoping for. That is what we're hoping for. So let's put this rage bug to work. See if we can get old Big Mama. I mean, I want to catch them on a frog, but I do not care how I catch them. The fact is, I just want to catch them. We got to figure out some way for them suckers to bite. Got one on the buzzbait. I don't know how long it's been since our last bite. Probably like 4 hours. Oh my goodness, it came out of his mouth and it got him in the side. That dude is tiny. Oh, it has been so long since we've had a bite. It's literally been like 4 hours. And I just picked the buzzbait up and I was like, I'm just gonna throw this thing up against this grass and see if we can generate some sort of bite. And we just got a bite. We just caught one, but man, it has been a grind. I've about thrown everything in the boat. Wow, well, maybe with this wind, maybe they've switched up and on a buzzbait bite. I haven't thrown this, but maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. Jeez. Crazy tough. A guy just pulled up on the point behind me and he was drop shotting. Looking on live scope. I'm just not doing that. I'm just not gonna do it. I mean, sometimes you gotta stoop down and say that's what's got to be done to catch fish and put them in the boat. But I can tell you, today wasn't the day for me. Not for that. It won't gonna happen. I know there's big fish up shallow. I know it. I've just not been able to get one to bite. But maybe we can get one with the old buzzbait. There's one. That's a better one. Get in here. There we go. That's a chunk on the buzzbait. There we go. I think that fish has got a crawdad sticking out of his mouth, I think. Ooh. Chill out, chill out, chill out. This dude is wild. There we go. Yeah, he's got a crawdad. I don't know if y'all can see that crawdad pincher sticking out of his mouth, but it's a pretty little dude right there. You can see on the tail right there where it's been spawning. You can see right there on the tail it's red. That's a little fat chunky dude though. Got an old crawl right in his throat. Got him right here on this point. I mean, it's typical spot for one to be. We will weigh him. We will weigh him and put him in number 4 spot just to see what we're ending up with today. Let's see what we got here. 1.98. 1.98. All right. Hey, buzzbait. There we go. Thank you, buddy. I mean, I will throw this thing. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I will throw this thing all daggone day if they'll bite it. Nice. Maybe we just need to keep this in our hand and grind it out. I mean, that's 2 fish in a fairly short period of time, and I literally have fished like 4 hours between bites. I just looked back. It was a boat coming down the lake, and I looked back at them, and that fish came up and ate it. There we go. Little dude. Little teeny guy. On the buzzbait. I switched over to black, and I've thrown it for probably, I don't know, 20 plus minutes now, this black one, and that's the first bite that I've gotten on black. I only have just a very, very, very few minutes left to fish. Hardly no time at all. We're basically just gonna fish around this point and might fish around that next one, and we're right here at the ramp anyway. So we're gonna call it, but what a grind. I mean, I'll admit the shallow bite, or just a bite in general, definitely not as good as I was thinking it was gonna be today. Not at all. I don't know what had them off. I mean, I know the fish are up shallow. They have, I mean, I know it's deep fish too, but it's just no reason for the fish not to be shallow. So that's where I fish for them at. Through the frog, flipped, buzzbait, you name it. Chatterbait, swim jig, spinnerbait. Just threw all kinds of stuff at them. And just a very mixed bag of bites on just a bunch of different baits. Really weird bite today. But I'm gonna be back out on the water tomorrow. I'm gonna be on another coastal river, so tomorrow we should be straight up frogging and flipping, which excites me. So I don't know, we're gonna fish a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get one. All right, well, as you can see, it ended up being a little bit tougher day than what I thought it was gonna be. You know, from the beginning on the second cast, caught a really, really nice fish on the frog, and I was like, here we go, we're gonna absolutely smash them. This is gonna be awesome. And that wasn't really the case. You know, I did a bunch of running around, did a bunch of different stuff, and just was never able to really dial things in. You know, if there was any consistent thing whatsoever, I did catch a few fish on Main Lake grassy points on the buzzbait, and also caught some flipping, but then I also caught some on some straight stretches flipping, you know, so I don't really know what the fish were doing. I did talk to a couple people at the ramp when I was leaving and when I was out on the water, and it seemed like everybody on this particular day was struggling. I didn't talk to anybody that absolutely whacked them by any means. So could have just been a tough day, or maybe we just didn't figure things out. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, it was a fun day on the water. I got to get back out on Chesdin. Definitely going to be getting back there again soon. So I don't know, maybe next time we'll get that 15 plus pound bag or 14 plus pound bag that we wanted, because we only ended up with about 8.5 pounds with 4 fish, you know, 4 keepers this afternoon. So I don't know. It was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe so you do not miss out on some of my other videos. And I will see you next time on Gunfish TV.